One of the problems we have in informal learning environments research or informal science education research is how to document learning without burdening the learner. Visitors come to a museum, visitors come to an outdoor site because they want to spend some leisure time with their family, doing something they enjoy doing and having fun. The learning piece is something an added value for them while they're here, and the research piece is an added value for us while they're here. So at the Cyber Lab, which is part of the Hatfield Marine Science Center Visitor Center Research Program, we have tried to automate the entire research experience. We are using a set of cameras that capture video of visitors as they come in, that uses face detection to actually identify users down to specific information about how they move, how they interact, which exhibits they visit, which exhibits they don't visit. And we're hoping that that system will allow us to collect data on use without being in the visitor's face, literally.
One of the challenges we face in an environment like this, which has the public in it, staff, animals, it's a very active environment, is that a lot of the off-the-shelf observation systems, like surveillance systems, are made for surveilling people. And the uses we were trying to apply this for is to really look at intimate observations between people. We want to see their face expressions, we want to hear what they're saying, and we want to watch their movements. Behind me you'll see several cameras just right on the wall at eye level that look at our touch tank. People look right over them, and it allows us, because they're at eye level, to get just fantastic interactions.
So the video collection, the audio collection, some using kiosks, using handhelds to collect survey data, questionnaire data, or even just activity data, allows us to really dig into a family's experience. Because we work with marine scientists and because we work with Oregon State University researchers, one of our inspirations and models for how we were going to do our work was the basic idea of remote sensing. Most oceanographers today don't go out on vessels, don't go out on research cruises into the ocean to collect data. They send instruments into the ocean to collect that data for them. That large amount of remotely sensed data gives scientists large-scale pictures of patterns that are emerging in physical systems. We wondered if we could do the same thing with human systems. So we've created a floor map, we've gridded off the entire place, we've identified cells of interest in the map where there are particular kinds of exhibits, particular kinds of experiences, and then we can track visitors' use through the automated camera monitoring system.
The Visitor Center has all of these exhibits like the Wave Laboratory, which display a lot of cutting-edge technology to educate people about the physical ocean sciences. But you also have other kinds of exhibits where people get to experience marine biology and live animals, see live animals, or even touch them. What the research is saying, the little research that has been done with live animal interactions at zoos, aquariums, and museums, what they're implying is that by interacting with those live animals, visitors develop some sort of empathy. And empathy can lead to better conservation attitudes and behavior. So what we're trying to come up with my research is an effective way to look at those reactions and what it really means to the family from their perspective. I'm interested in what are the things that they do at the touch tanks and at the natural tide pools that provoke some sort of reaction or motivation or more curiosity about those animals. So Hatfield and the touch tank here offers a great opportunity for looking at meaning making and family dialogues, especially through the Cyber Lab resources. We can look at what they're doing at the same time as what they're saying with who they're interacting, and try to understand better what are the things that are meaningful to them and how can we better improve their experiences both here at the touch tank and outdoors at the natural tide pools.
I'm working with the Cyber Lab to kind of understand how people engage with technology in an informal science learning center. We're using this touch table as kind of an inviting way to get people to interact around this multi-touch tabletop. People are watching other people use it. I'm watching how their conversations are evolving, whether they know each other, whether it's between a parent and child, but just getting an idea of, are they learning from the content? Are they reading the content? Are they reacting to the patterns in the movement? But just trying to get an understanding of how we can use this going forward as a method of communicating science.
One of our big hopes for the Cyber Lab is that it helps build capacity within the field of informal learning and free choice learning for doing two kinds of studies. One, large-scale quantitative studies of basic use of museum facilities and other kinds of settings. At the same time, we don't want to lose what has helped the field move forward so far, which are these very close micro-scale studies of interactions of families with specific kinds of resources, tools, exhibits, and people. The Cyber Lab allows us to do that kind of work, and hopefully will allow us to build the picture both with more breadth and with a lot of depth for how people use these settings, what kinds of learning happens when people have choice and control over their learning, and what kinds of ways facilities, informal educators, scientists can promote that informal science learning across settings and across the lifespan.